Okay, so for top rocks, I usually use the dots with younger kids to help them out. Kind of depends on what dots you have. If you've got like big dots and then 2 stars or a star and 2 big dots. I have different colors dots today, so I'm gonna use for myself an orange dot, and then we'll do, let's do a blue dot and a purple dot, okay? So I've got, let me slide these back so you can see them. I've got my dots on the floor in a triangle position. They're gonna stand on the back of the triangle with their feet together. Now I always review my right and my left before I do that, whether I sing the right and left song or just by patting legs, making sure that they know which one is going where. I also remind them in the top rock, we're always making an X position with our body. We're finding a crisscross position. So make them even make this shape with their arms. Talk about that crisscross, talk about how their leg is gonna go crisscross to the opposite side of the room, okay? So we're gonna start with this leg right here. This is my right leg. I'm gonna crisscross it over to the blue, which is on the left side. So I'm just gonna step on it, step. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna step it and put it back. Get that cross body. We can do that with the left too. Left goes to the right, or the purple one today, and just practice that crisscross. From there, we're gonna turn it into a march. So I'm gonna go right leg to the left, or the blue dot. I'm gonna go front, back, together. This is also like a ball change. So if they've learned ball change, if you're teaching something similar to this in jazz class, or you have them in jazz, you can talk about it as a ball change. We're taking the left to the right. Ball, change, together. Right to the left, together. So all I'm doing is working on shifting that weight. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I do that a few times. I use those arm directions too, because that really helps. A lot of them can get crossbody in their upper body, but it's hard to get those legs to go the right direction. So that can kind of help them out. From there, I tell them that we're gonna add a little bit of air to it, or we're gonna take flight. So I want them to fly this time, doing the same feet pattern. So I'm gonna go fly and together, fly and together, fly and together, fly and together. So all you're doing is taking that leg, you're adding a little bit more of a leap and together. You could talk about it like a leap too. You're gonna leap to go to that spot. Leap to go to that spot. Now I don't mind the bounciness as they're learning it. Later on we want to try to keep the bounciness out of it and not have that up and down of their head, but for now just get them to get the feet patterns, okay? Then I usually add an arm to it. I pretend like I'm gonna go for a run, but then I decide not to. I'm gonna go for a run, but then I decide not to. Notice I'm doing opposite arm to leg. Try to cue that opposition, get that in there. A lot of kids are gonna wanna try to do this. And again, we're focusing mostly on legs, but we really also want to always encourage that opposition. The other thing that I do sometimes too is I'll do the what arms. And they have fun doing that because then they can say what and get in your face, what. This also helps them get a little bit lower on that top rock. And then I just go for speed. How fast can they go? Can they keep it light on their toes? Can they move it really fast? Can they slow it down? So then you can just play with that. I find the dots help a lot, but obviously they're not always going to be there, so take them away after a while and see if they can still find the crossing position.